Years ago, I had a client come to me with a change management program that they spent $1.1 million on, and it was a total failure. And the reason it was a failure is because the employees were not engaged. Think back to a time where a teacher had a big impact on your life. What were the conditions that were motivating you to learn? Often it's just time and place. You happen to be interested in the topic that they're covering. But sometimes it's the way the information is presented. It's engaging, it's emotionally compelling. One of the biggest barriers to learning, especially with adults, is that we've lost that curiosity. Learning is not as emotionally compelling as it used to be. The reason that you want people to be emotionally engaged is that that is where behavior change and skill adoption happens. People don't learn if emotions aren't involved. Just doesn't happen. For example, if you are doing cybersecurity training, what's one of the biggest emotions you have to overcome? Apathy. People don't care about their data. They're not concerned about their identity. They don't believe that identity theft can happen to them. And that is one of the reasons why cybersecurity continues to be a threat. So how do you present your information or do the training such that it overcomes apathy? The easiest way I have found to generate an emotion, which will ultimately lead to a behavior change and skill adoption, is to tell stories. Storytelling is a phenomenal learning modality with a lot of science to back up its efficiency and effectiveness. It's way better in terms of recall and application of the training that you're rolling out. But not everyone feels comfortable incorporating stories into their training. It can be nerve-wracking and overwhelming, and you want to tell stories that are authentic but not be too vulnerable. So how do you balance all of this? Well, I've got a free webinar coming up on January 28th that will walk you through the process of telling stories that teach. This is a practical webinar, meaning we're not going to spend 10 minutes asking everyone where they're from or give you a lengthy sales pitch. This is about doing the work. So you got to show up on time because we're going to get started right away. I'm going to walk you through the framework that I use that has helped me tell stories that have won awards for training programs, including 3 consecutive Brandon Hall Awards. I'm going to teach you how to create a learner avatar that identifies what he or she needs to be a successful learner, what emotional triggers are necessary for them to overcome, and potential access or technological restrictions that may interfere with learning. You're going to learn my framework that translates any learning objective into a compelling story that drives the emotions necessary for behavior change. You're going to learn how to integrate AI tools for more effective development. AI is not going to tell your stories for you. It doesn't have emotions, it doesn't have memories, so you're still going to have to do most of the heavy lifting. But there's a way to engage it that cuts down your development time significantly. And finally, I'm going to cover some technology for tracking engagement in such a way that stakeholders will continue to fund your learning programs. Again, this is a practical webinar, so come ready to work and learn a bunch of cool stuff. It's January 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Comment "I'm in" the comments below, and I will set you up for free.